Don't wait for tomorrow. Live for today. Keep chasing the sunshine and go out and
And good evening, everyone. Welcome to your deal reveal. Apologies for my slight tardiness, about 30 seconds late. You know I'm usually on time, but I was talking with a brand new wholesaler, and maybe he'll be coming on in the next couple of weeks to showcase some deals for you. And in fact, one of his deals has already been posted on our deal zone. So that's right, our deal zone is live. We're still working out some little kinks, so we're kind of in the pre-beta phase. But if you like what we do here on the deal reveal, well, the deal zone, jkdealzone.com, is basically going to be the deal reveal at any time, day or night, 24/7, where wholesalers and sellers and agents are going to post their off-market deals for you, and you can go on, take a look at it, submit your offers, and get some deals at any time, day or night. So super, super, super exciting for that. So we hope to see Kevin on the deal reveal shortly. I had to warm him up a little bit, but we got him there. Now, for today, we are going to bring on another guest speaker. Ah, there he is. Good. He wasn't there just a second ago. Mathis. Mathis. Sorry, May. I clicked on you by accident. So, Mathis, if you can just accept my invitation to become a panelist, that would be fantastic. We're going to get you on because today we're going to talk about Mathis's journey, how what he's been up to this past year, and hopefully you can resonate with that and learn a few things, maybe even, I don't know, partner. I don't know what Matisse is going to say, but I'm excited because Matisse has been um, he's been doing his thing for about 6 months now, and I'm really excited to bring him back to hear his voice. And I must say, just a fun little tidbit of information here while he's figuring out his camera and the permissions and all that. But Matisse, to date, is the community member who asked the most questions. And so he's still wearing his crown proudly, and we'll see if he'll be giving answers this evening or if he's going to be asking questions. So, Matisse, I think you're unmuted.
Yep. Hey, Kai. That's
Wonderful.
fine.
Excellent. And what about your camera? Now, you don't have to turn it on if you don't want to, but you should
So
be able to if
I'm
you so choose.
I'm trying
There
to
he is.
finally working. Hi everyone.
Fantastic. How are you doing, Matisse?
I'm doing well. I'm doing very well. How
Excellent.
are you?
Oh, I'm so glad to have you here on the Deal Reveal
That's
and have everybody learn a thing or two from your experience, your journey. I heard from a little bird that things went pretty well on this deal, and so I'm excited to have you share the excitement. So with that being said, I mean, let's just see. Kevin says very soon. All right, fantastic. So, I'm gonna stop my screen. I'm just gonna jump right into it, Matisse. So, how have you been? It's been a minute.
yeah. So no, it's crazy because this year was mostly focused on trying to refinance properties, understanding how things work out, and yeah, actually did pretty well. I mean, both properties went quite well, above my expectations, slightly above for the first one, more than slightly above for the second one. And so now I look forward to the next acquisitions. And now I've gone through twice this cycle. I hope to get things to be able to have shorter cycles and recycle actually my cash more quickly. That'd
I
be the
love
goal for the year.
That's amazing. That's really, really fantastic. We can dive into some of the numbers in just a minute here, but I do want to tell you a couple things because even since you blinked, right? You went and did your thing and you worked on your refinances and you're coming back now. There was a blink moment where'd Matisse go? And here he is. In that blink, right? We can now refinance for foreign nationals between 70 and 75% LTV. So I don't know at what LTV you refinance. That'll be part of your story, right? but now we can do 70 to 75, even
Yeah.
without a visa, even without any US credit or anything. One. Two, the deal zone is live, and so now you're looking for deals. Well, I hope you're gonna pay attention to the deal zone. You might not even know what it is, or do you know what it is?
No, actually, I'm not familiar with that.
Yeah,
Might have
so
an
that's
idea, but not sure I'm familiar with the latest concept.
yeah, exactly. And We Mind Renovations, which is our in-house contracting team to help the community do their renovation projects.
Yeah.
And since you are a FAST member, I know you were NFTC at the time, but now it's equivalent to the FAST, you have access to We Mind Renovations as well.
Yeah.
So just those three things, right? In the last year, 6 months to a year.
Yeah.
Um, Obviously, you did all that without those things, but imagine now, I'm just letting you know that these are now available for you. So, are
No,
you
I'm
ready? Because we are.
Yeah, yeah, no, no. As soon as I'll remind reconstruction is that remind reconstruction or construction? Sorry.
We Mind Renovations.
Yeah, renovation. Sorry, they'll hear from me hopefully soon. As soon as the first property is under contract.
I love it. I
Wait.
love it. I love it. So yeah, so that's fantastic. I just had to make the plug in because you missed all that, and I wanted to make sure you were aware. So tell us a little bit about a little bit about your background in real estate. Where did you start before joining JK, all the way up to that first deal, and then we'll just see
Okay.
how Matisse's journey went.
Okay. So yeah, shocker. As people will have understood from my accent, I'm not from this part of the planet. So I started my journey in Canada in 2019. I'm French. And I did some real estate in France, but not to the extent of what I'm doing right now. I had the plan to start investing in Canada, and then I started having questions about maybe I should take a look at what's going on the other side of the border. It was so I guess maybe beginning of 2023, and then I saw your ad guys on Instagram, and I was like, why not? I don't know. I thought I had found another program. I really enjoyed what I heard that night. Two evenings later, I was lucky because despite the snowstorm, you were in Burlington. I'm right now
Hmm.
based in Toronto. So
Yeah.
I drove in the middle of the storm to just meet with you guys, goes to sign up and put some money on the table. I really believe in the interest and the benefits of training and gaining and going through yeah and getting educated.
Mhm.
But I needed to meet you guys. I needed to make sure that we would get along. You were not a scam. I mean, all the crap that you can find on the internet. And I really liked it. Long story short, I signed. Since then, I've been able to acquire two duplexes in Cleveland, refied them entirely. I've got a power team. And actually, it's been even greater than what I thought. It required lots of work, but so worth it. So worth it.
Now for tomorrow. I love you. I love it. So tell us about this first property.
East 130th or Poe Avenue?
Oh, well, whichever you. I think Poe was the
So the
first one,
very
right?
first one was a duplex in Poe Avenue, 4E4109 in terms of postcode. And yeah, I for my first acquisition, the recommendation was like, guys, maybe try to have a rehab at max $25,000. I did $65,000, but it went pretty well because I'm in the I spent in total acquisition and rehab around 125, and the value of the property ended up doing the appraisal of 168 times 65%. So I got back around 110K, generating $2,100 of rent per month with two Section 8 tenants. And the cash flow must be between around like $300 and $500 per month, I would say.
I love it. I love it. Did you buy at a discount? All in
Yeah,
for 125, sorry, all in, yeah, all in for 125,
yeah,
and the value is 168 when you refinance, and
yeah,
you are in a part of town right by the hospital in Clark Fulton, and so those values have been jumping up for the last 2 years. And so I don't expect them to slow down. So yes, it looks like you bought $43,000 of equity
yeah.
with this one purchase. You almost got a perfect burr. It sounds like you left about 10,000, 10, 15,000 into the deal. and you're generating gross over 2,000 a month in rent, guaranteed rents by the government,
Yeah.
Section 8. And after um, utilities, management, mortgage, maintenance, insurance, and taxes, after all expenses, you're still cash flowing about $500 a month. Sound
Yeah.
about right?
Yeah. Exactly. So
So,
pretty happy about
what's
that.
that? You're
And
happy about
pretty
that
happy
one?
about that, as you can imagine.
Right on. So, do we have our two golden rules? Buying at a discount? Check. Buying cash flow? Check. And on top of that, almost a perfect bird to keep on rolling to the next one, which you did. And so then
Yeah.
there was a second one. What happened with this one?
Exactly. Would you like me to share my screen and share
Oh yeah,
the?
you can share your screen.
Okay.
There's no need to share the address if you don't want to, but yes,
Why
give me a
not?
second.
I don't mind sharing about the streets.
Perfect.
I prepared some numbers. I guess it's easier to see what happened. Can you see my screen, Kyle?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We can see your
Okay.
screen.
So
And
basically,
Christian from
another
the crowd
duplex.
says, "Wow, that's so awesome."
So these duplex was built. It's on the East 130th Street, and so 2 units, 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, just like for Pro Avenue. I didn't mention that. So the yard stated $79,000. So I got it at 70K, and the rehab. I mean everything rehab plus like $1,200 of project management, ended up at around $23,000. So when I made the acquisition, I was hoping to get two rents of $850 per month. Back then, there was a first tenant that was paying around $600 or $700. Since then, he left. I've been able to rehab the second part of the property. That second part is included in the $23,000 of rehab.
Nice.
So, and then so I expected actually an RV around $1,10,000. So when I got back the appraisal, actually I didn't believe it. Even when I got the official document, I didn't believe it. But actually, I got an RV at $140,000. I didn't make a confusion between 114 and 140, and the LTV was 65%. So I got 91K back for an total investment worth $93,000. So it's like 98% perfect burr. So I was very happy about that. And the rents, I was expecting $1,700 per month, and it's more around $1,850 per month. So actually, even more excited than Poe. So yeah, super happy about that.
Congratulations. That's really, really awesome. Let's do our two golden rules, ladies and gentlemen. Did he buy did he buy equity with this purchase? All in for 93, appraised at 140. Do we have equity? Darn near $50,000 of equity on this property. Again, how about cash flow? Well, he ran the numbers right there. He has 1850 a month in gross income after all expenses, including the mortgage. He's still cash flowing over 500 a month. So add the two up together. Looks like you've created $1,000 US pure cash flow a month, plus mortgage paydown, plus all the other powers of real estate. Looks like you've created about $90,000 of equity by buying those two duplexes. And how much money do you have left in the deal?
$2,000.
$2,000. And just from the cash flow alone, you got 1,000 a month coming in. In 1 year, you bringing in 12,000 of cash flow, which is pretty much what you left in the two deals.
Yeah. So it's true that if you put it this way, it's pretty exciting.
If you put it that way. How would you put it, Mathis?
No, I'm just really happy. But again, as I said, it was lots of hard work, but yeah, it paid out.
Yeah, and I will say, and I said it at the beginning, like you asked a lot of questions.
Oh
Like
yeah,
you dove in
I
and
had to
you wanted to understand what was
show me
happening,
around.
right? Right? But you acquired $300,000 worth of real estate, right, with these two purchases. And don't forget, real estate appreciates every year. So
Mm,
conservatively, 3%, right? You are gaining $10,000 a year every year for the rest of your life in equity, plus the 1,000 a month from the cash flow,
yeah,
and you have no more money left in the deal after
yeah,
1 year. So
that's
how
pretty.
often do you want to do that?
Actually, that's why I started making lots of offers recently again because yeah, got a slightly more aggressive target this year in terms of
I love it.
acquisitions.
And as I was saying, you asked a lot of questions, you applied it, you put in the work, and you got the results. You could have put in less effort and bought less good properties. You could have. Like you
Yeah,
could have bought something average. These are very good deals. Like congratulations, you identified the right deals, you did the right work for the right strategy in the right neighborhoods, and these are the results. Now, maybe, I mean, this is just a personal thought, but you could have put maybe 20 hours less learning and got slightly less good deals. You could have. It was a choice, right? But now it sounds like you want even better moving forward, and that's perfectly fine. You've done the work. You
yeah.
can't unlearn what you've learned. And so now, from this point, what is your next step? Where are you going?
Next steps is doing more of what I did. And in terms of strategy, I'm also looking at traveling nurses, so investing in midterm rentals. I really like the fact that while investing in real estate, you can also try to come up with a great place, great location for nurses to do an amazing job. And I'd love to be that owner that would kind of take care of them. So
Yeah, I love it. I love it. So, we don't stay hours on this call. We're in and out real quick, and you've obviously shown us that you know what you're doing. You know how to identify the two golden rules and implement. What would be your one big piece of wisdom, right? How many people are we on the call? We got quite a bit of people, a couple dozen. We got 3 dozen people on the call here today, alive, on top of the oh shit, I forgot to cross post on Facebook. Anyways, we got 3 dozen people live here on Zoom, plus the people who are going to watch the recording. If Mathis was going to give some advice to people who are just about to buy their first one, what would you tell them?
okay, so it might be not just one piece of advice, but I think what worked out for me is I was clear with my goals. I was willing to put the efforts in. I was coachable. It was a decision that I made. So put my brain in the fridge and apply rule by rule everything that I learned in my trainings with you. I decided also to invest to meet with you guys and be one of those VIP trainees in Florida. And because I was a stalker, you
Yeah.
couldn't rest. I was harassing you with questions. But there's one rule that I learned in a previous business life, which is, well, spend the time with very successful people, learn as much as you can, and because they don't have opinions, they have experience, and that's how you move faster.
Mhm.
And then I just applied, and I didn't count my hours, and yeah, happy and proud about what I did.
Do you feel that you put in do you feel it was a fair trade? Because you probably put in some of the most amount of time than any member to actually buy their first property. Like you asked a lot of questions, you did a lot of work. But looking back now, was it worth it?
Oh, yeah.
Creating 90,000 of equity and 12,000 a year of pure cash flow year after year. Do you think your time was well spent?
It's funny because some people were like, "Yeah, how much did you invest in your trainings?" And I gave them the amount of money, and then like, "Oh yeah, so it's not just a few hundreds of dollars." And I'm like, "Yeah, okay." Now try to calculate the amount of thousands of dollars you will lose if you don't have the knowledge. You will lose if you don't learn from those who already made the mistakes. And it was absolutely worth it. I would do it again. I'm happy I made that decision to. Seriously, I still remember that night when I drove. It was a snowstorm. It was crazy, and I'm like, I don't care. I want to meet with them. Which is also how I found out that Burlington was further than what I thought. Anyway,
You live and you learn, right?
yeah, exactly. Absolutely, it's a no-brainer. I mean, yeah,
Amazing. Well, it's really fantastic. And it's funny because actually, yesterday we just wrapped up another blueprint. So we did a blueprint on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So this week, yesterday, we wrapped it up. We had a bunch of people in the blueprint right in your shoes. So I hope they're on today to be inspired by your results. And if anybody's on the call who'd want to catch the recording of the blueprint, it is also available. Just send us an email, info@jkrealestatepartners.com. If JK team, you can just post that email in the chat, that'd be fantastic, as well as the link to the blueprint as well. because I think you'll vouch for the blueprint, what you learned during your blueprint, Mathis. This was good.
No, it was better than good. And not just the blueprint. I mean, you might have changed the content of each of the trainings, but I mean, what the guru don't tell you, and the second part of the blueprint. I mean, I learned so much, so much.
Oh, it's fantastic. And you're not done yet?
Oh no,
You still got more questions for me?
you don't have time tonight to answer all my questions. I'm telling you.
Well, that's beautiful. Well, thank you, Mathis. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule of all your your question time to come here and share your experience. It does mean a lot to me and to Janie, to the whole team, and I hope to the people on. Look, a couple of thumbs up and claps. Thank you so much. So we won't hold you any longer. Have yourself a great evening, and I'm already looking forward to bringing you back onto the deal reveal with
Yeah,
your next investment property.
it's always a pleasure to be with you, whether virtually or in person. In person, it's even better.
Yeah, we'll have to stop at the bar there in Cleveland Heights when you're next time in town. I haven't been there since.
Exactly what I had in mind. Some nice memories are popping up.
Sounds great. Well, you take care, Matisse. We'll see more of you soon.
You take care. Bye, everyone.
Absolutely. Right
Wish
back
you all
at you. So just like that, Matisse with two duplexes, some incredible success. JK team, thank you so much for putting in the chat. If anybody is interested in our epic blueprint, just click on that link or send us an email at info@jkrealestatepartners.com and join the family. Matisse is part of the family, so you'll be seeing more of him in the coming weeks and months. So with that being said, everyone, have yourself a great evening, and we'll see you soon. Go get your miracles.